Here we go.
All right, MMA Maniacs, it's time once again for your weekly MMA podcast called Split Decision, brought to you from the SinCal Studios. Bueller, Dodge, and Dennis ready to break you off a little something for the UFC.
I don't know where to
and
look.
all mixed martial arts in general.
Where
What do I do with my hands?
Look straight at Josh.
Oh.
Longingly. Got a bit of news this week. Got some cards coming up. Actually, there's two fights. Two fights happening tonight. One happening tomorrow. Just don't know what to do.
It's like we forgot how to talk. We forgot how to act.
Took a week off. The Winona Ryder from Stranger Things.
Oh, I've been eating so much. I feel like I should just grab a plate and stand in line. That's what I feel like I've been doing.
That's all we do, man.
That's all we do.
Go to the relative's house and just go stand in line. Keep moving through the circle. Didn't you already eat? Now I'm getting another plate for later.
Yeah.
You got to go stash a plate somewhere?
Yeah, we got to get on a... Are we taking a bus to Max's house Monday for his birthday?
For his birthday.
All right. He said we can all come. We don't even have to bring a present.
Get some Max Holloway cake.
Yep.
Damn right.
Cupcakes.
Churros. I want the churros.
Oreo cake is what he was saying. Oreo cheesecake.
If you missed out on it, we had an interview with Max Holloway. It's on our page. You can go give that a listen. Of course, he's fighting tomorrow night. We'll be getting to that shortly. But first, we're going to talk about Mr. Jason Mayhem Miller and his legal troubles.
Yeah. So September, Jason Mayhem Miller was arrested and charged with 5 felony accounts of domestic violence.
5.
In the Orange County Jail. He
How
was
do you
also
rack up
charged
5?
of 1 felony account of vandalizing another girlfriend's
Here we
car.
go.
He pleaded not guilty at the beginning, later struck a deal and has pled guilty. He is sentenced to 3 years probation with a 4-year state prison sentence, meaning if he violates his probation at all, he will be locked up for 4 years. He also will, though, get credit for 62 days of already served because he was in jail.
Jeez.
So, out there in listener land, how long till he does his 4 years?
That's what we're
What's
guessing
the over
here.
under?
He only goes to prison if he violates his probation, but he's going to violate his probation.
Yeah, also, as per terms of this deal, he's been released to a sobriety treatment program and has to remain clean the entire term of probation.
Nope.
So he has to be clean for 3 years.
Is USADA doing it?
Gotta give him till the end of the weekend. I think he'll be in state prison by August.
Oh, that quick?
Yeah.
I'll give him a year.
You think you make a year?
That's why I'm saying August.
As of December 1st.
You're giving
as of
past the 4th of July, bro.
December
That's a good
1st.
point. It's a good point.
I'm saying first 3-day weekend, Memorial Day.
Going May.
Yeah.
All right. There you have it.
Havasu, there you go.
You got May, August, and I give him a year. I said by this time next year.
Okay.
I think-
well, by court proceedings and everything, you'll be in prison. They'll hold you in jail for a little while.
But yeah, what a strange, weird trip Mayhem Miller has
for him to
spun into.
What we talked about before the show started was that he said not guilty initially, and then apparently just was like, all right, I'm guilty.
Yeah, I did it.
I did do it.
I did those things.
How do you go from not doing it to doing it? It's the Chewbacca defense.
I don't know. Ask Matt Lauer.
How does
I love his mugshot, though. This is one of many, but this is his
Mayhem
latest
Miller?
one.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Looking at it like, I did it. Gabby Garcia is once again inked the papers to fight a 53-year-old woman who has not fought in 17 years.
This is like, in the United States, this is illegal. And I'm like, I'm a fan of Gabby. I follow her on Instagram. I watch her work out. She's an interesting person. But Jesus Christ, stop beating up on the elderly. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Country, that old lady's fighting a giant.
True.
It's like God's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's just put in some numbers here.
But that's elder abuse.
No, it's not.
It's like
think
Gabby-
about it. It's like Joe and the Volcano. They're sending the oldest lady to take on the giant.
Shinobu Kandori.
They're doing a fucking. It's a Social Security lottery. That's what they're doing here, man.
50.
That's not Ric Flair.
He's 53 years old, and she weighs 165 pounds, and she's 5'7". Gabby Garcia is 32, definitely 6'1", and probably about 210 pounds.
Around there, yeah. She can cut down to like 193, I think.
I would love to see that on stats. Definitely 6'1".
Definitely 210 pounds.
Just picking out people who have AARP subscriptions and
she's probably one of the few people that are over tall for her weight class.
So this is going to be going down December 29th, Ryzen World Grand Prix. You guys, you
Is
watch
it
it?
the New Year's show?
Yeah, it's their New Year's show.
No, I never watch it because it always happens at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
We will see the gifts, though.
Yes.
Yes, a lot of them.
A lot.
Hopefully she doesn't end in a no contest this time.
Hopefully.
Is this an actual MMA match?
It's a special rules.
So she's going to violate one of them,
MMA
probably. Of course, it's special rules and they're going up against a senior citizen.
No hip tosses. We don't want to break it
I
in.
want to break one of those.
No hitting her with her walker.
Do they both have to pass their driving test first
No.
before they can get in there?
No kinking her colostomy bag.
Don't punch her in the stoma.
Yeah.
Funky Ben Askren has officially retired from MMA.
Really? But he said he'd take a fight with GSP, didn't he?
Had his last bout on the
Way to jump the story, Joey.
24th, getting his quickest win of his career, 57 seconds, where he defeated Shinya Aoki.
It's a good match. It's a good opponent.
At 163. How do you feel about Ben Askren's career? I mean, the guy went 18-0 with one no contest. The former Bellator welterweight champion, never lost his belt, gave it up, walked away from Bellator, went to one, won the belt immediately, and held on to it. Again, never given it up.
I like that he was like, and I like to just thank everybody, and I love everybody except for Dana White. You're a big shitbag.
He had seven title defenses in one.
I don't understand why he was never given a legitimate shot to go up against the world's best fighters.
I don't think that they could give him the money that he wanted. I mean, he made a lot of money. He got some nice cars.
Did he make a lot of money?
Yes.
He made some pretty good money in one. They did pay him well. I mean, how do you think he would have done in the UFC?
We'll never know, man.
I mean, you really won't. But I mean, he like top names in his.
I mean, he beat Jay Hiron.
Yeah.
He beat Shinya Aoki.
Nick Thompson.
Douglas Lima. He beat some.
Yeah, but you can't do
middle
MMA
of the road
guys.
guys.
You can't do MMA.
But I'm saying he beat some middle of the road guys. I think he would have done okay in the UFC. I don't think he would have ever beat GSP or anything like he would have never held a
let's
belt in
find
the
out.
UFC.
It's not going to happen.
Let's get GSP and find out.
Well, yeah, you can take him to one
I don't know.
because Ben Askren's not going to go to the UFC. Dana won't let him.
Maybe they'll meet
Dana White
somewhere in
says he's boring.
between.
He says he's boring.
Maybe they'll meet at PFL.
I mean, we already saw John Fitch in the UFC. Do we need to see Ben Askren?
No. Can we take him to a country with no extradition and then let him fight there?
Sure.
And they can't get in trouble,
We
right?
could do it on a boat.
On a boat
In international waters.
in the Stockton Delta.
Co-main event is a monkey fighting a hobo for a sandwich. Sweet. The monkey, though, has a knife duct taped to his hand.
I like the odds for that one. I'm taking the monkey.
Take the monkey.
I think
Remember,
the sandwich
he's gonna
people are going to be sending us emails.
He's going to go for the flying poo technique and he's stabbing himself. I don't know.
Hey, I had an uncle that died from a monkey with a knife taped to his hand.
Yeah? Was he the hobo in the bout? I don't know what's going on. Did this already happen and I don't know?
Did he
Damn
at
it,
least
someone
get the
stole
Big
my
Mac
idea.
before? Did he get the Big Mac before he succumbed to his injuries?
Someone stole my idea.
I did have an uncle that was a hobo.
It's already happened. Bellator has announced the Grand Prix, which we talked about. Obviously, we know all of the guys that are going to be taking place in
I
this.
thought King Mo dropped out of this.
Nope, still
No,
in it.
they somebody on the East Coast, some guy who runs some website, said that he had some
That he will
inside
be-
knowledge
that he might be
that he
dropping out.
might
Some guy in
possibly.
the-
Even though King Mo just recently in an interview said, "I'm dangerous to anybody in this, and I could take this whole
He's
thing."
fucking dangerous to himself.
But I did like this. So, if you remember, Scott Coker has already done a heavyweight Grand Prix once before in his career when he did it for Strikeforce. So we have this is Bellator's poster, and then we have this is the original Strikeforce poster. It's very
Holy
much
shit. I drove
very
a Grand
much-
Prix.
Interesting.
Look at that. Look, ready? We'll go with this one right here.
It's a good thing
We'll go to that
they're
one.
switching things up a little bit.
Even though we have some of the same competitors, I see some faces in there that I recognize. Anyway, then we move on. So now we have, if you remember that,
Is that Rousey's coach?
No, that wasn't Edmund.
Oh, I thought it was Edmund.
We're doomed. Are you talking about Arlovsky? Which one?
Arlovsky.
All right, so this was the original Grand Prix that we had in Strikeforce.
Yeah.
And then Overeem won. He beat Verdum. And then what happened? He dropped out. Daniel Cormier jumps in, wins the whole fucking thing.
Right. And now we have DC as the UFC's champion.
Yep.
So is Shane
So
Carwin going
now-
to be in this or not?
Now we do
He's the
have the
paper champion.
official Bellator Grand Prix bracket, and as earlier rumored, we are going to have Fedor fight Frank Mir. You have Rampage going up against Chael Sonnen, which should be interesting.
Chael Sonnen being in this is interesting.
Meathead Mitrione going up against Roy Nelson, and Ryan Bader against King Mo. So I do like that they paired up actual heavyweights and actual light heavyweights, at least for the first rounds.
You think you see Tito or Liddell drop out of the ceiling?
No. I see more Shane Carwin doing a run in.
No. Carwin said that he's actually signed something.
Or possibly-
But he also officially retired on Reddit, so I think that he probably did get signed as an alternate, and he's just bullshitting everybody.
Possibly Bobby Lashley.
See, that's what everybody keeps
Or
asking
Congo.
me. They're wanting to know if
That makes
Lashley
sense.
got busted by, but they don't do any type of drug testing, right? Or they don't go through USADA.
Not
They don't
USADA.
go through
They don't use
USADA.
USADA. They just use
Okay.
standard.
Because that's
The
what
athletic
somebody,
commission.
somebody was asking how come he's not in it, or how come they don't talk about him. Did he get busted? And I was like,
Because he's currently working with TNA, I still think. Like,
Is it?
Yeah. Or
Yeah, I
whatever,
would
Global
like- if we
Force
see-
Wrestling or whatever the hell it is now.
I really hope Carwin is the first alternate, but I wouldn't mind seeing Congo or Lashley either.
So seeing the bracket now, and they do have dates on these, by the way. January 20th,
this is going to take a fucking year to get done.
February 16th, April, and May. That's the earliest. Those are the first rounds here.
Yeah.
Who do you see moving on?
oh, I thought it was all happening. I thought the first round was happening
No.
all in one night.
This is
No.
going to take a year.
Each one takes a month. Yeah. So who do you think? We'll go right out of the bracket here. We got Rampage against Chael. Who's winning
Page.
that fight?
Page.
Taking Rampage?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Taking Rampage. All right. Fedor against Mir.
Mir.
You know what, Mir? Just because Fedor's been pretty submissive. lately.
Okay. Meathead or Big Country?
That's a tough one. That's a really tough one.
I'm gonna go with Mitrione. He's just looked better.
He has looked better.
I'm going to take Roy Nelson.
Roy,
you?
okay.
Yeah.
So you got Bader or
Both
King
like
Mo?
ribs. That's what that's all about.
Bader or King Mo? I got Bader.
Bader.
Really?
Because King Mo's not going to show up.
You're probably right. I'll jump on the Bader.
But
Okay.
if it's Carwin Bader,
No.
no,
He'll
well,
be an alternate heavyweight.
I'm picking an alternate to win this entire thing.
Okay, so wait.
100%.
Rory
So now-
McDonald.
Yeah, Rory McDonald.
We have so now you both picked Rampage and you have Mir.
Mm-hmm.
Rampage or Mir, if they go
Rampage.
to the semi.
Mir.
All right, and then you got
Yeah.
Meathead against Bader, or you got Roy against Bader since you picked Roy. All right, excuse me. Yeah, against
Mitrione.
Mitrione. Got Mitrione.
I'm taking Roy. I'll still take Roy in that one.
Roy
I
goes
take
in.
Mitrione to win it.
So now you're gonna have in your bracket you have Rampage and Roy
Yeah.
for the championship.
Yeah.
Who wins?
Page.
Rampage for the heavyweight title.
Rampage is going to win. Yeah.
And then you got
Rampage Mitrione.
Rampage Mitrione.
I'm taking Mitrione.
And taking Mitrione to win the heavyweight title. And I got out of nowhere somebody comes in.
No,
Alternate,
that's
and
what
you
I'm
got Shane Carwin.
100%. I'm picking an alternate. If I had to put money down right now, I'm putting money down on an
All
alternate.
this is bullshit.
Yeah.
Fucking Brock Lesnar.
And the odds are ridiculous. The odds are like 1,000
Dave Bautista.
to 1 or some shit like that. On an alternate.
Dressed as Drax.
Or seriously, Rory McDonald.
Rory McDonald.
McDonald.
Rory Mack. Fuck, I'll take that. I'm saying an alternate is going to win this. None of these guys are going to win it.
None of them.
No.
Nick Diaz.
Just comes with the Stockton slap. Slaps shit out of everybody.
Now he comes in with a backwards blunt, gets everybody lit, and then just puts them all out.
Chuck Liddell's going to win it.
Out of nowhere. They also Bellator did announce that Mayday McDonald will be making his debut December 15th. Despite what this poster looks like, he is not fighting Le Tourneau. She is also making her debut. So no one's going to rain on the Gender Wars parade and have the first fight.
Hopefully nobody insults him before that and he drops out.
Speaking of Diaz, that you were just speaking about a little bit ago, we have Nate Diaz recently was watching the press conference with Dana White,
yeah.
talking about basically how
The rumor of Woodley.
rumor that Woodley was going to be fighting Nate.
Dude,
Yeah.
did it not look like Chef? Gather round, chittin. I'm gonna tell you some stories of the UFC.
Pretty much.
And I like that he said, this is everyone on the roster is trying to say they want to fight Nate, and that Woodley's like, oh, I can't fight anybody. I got a shoulder injury, but I'll fight Nate. He said there's never been an offer made. There's never been anything. No deals put out there. No contracts. Nothing like that. Nate Diaz posted up this picture on his Instagram that says, "Shut up, bitch. You're both thirsty, and why is you lying?"
Yeah.
Right. Even Woodley said, if there was no fight, why did we have a number? Why did we have a date?
Yeah. I don't believe Dana. You're not
can't ever
supposed to
believe
believe
Dana.
Dana. Just
Yeah.
don't believe his lies.
What we did have, though, is McGregor. And then he messed up, and we took that fight away from him.
right.
We'll get to his whole saga here in a minute.
I would give Dana the $1,000 my son stole from me if he could prove to me that Connor was ever on 219.
This one's great right here. This was on Phil Baroni's Instagram. He says he's training Paulie to fight Conor McGregor
In MMA?
in MMA.
Perfect.
Whatever. He barely beat him boxing.
This is my favorite thing. Is
The 12 seconds I seen, Paulie totally got owned.
Is there somebody?
Even if 3 of the seconds was repeated 9 times. Yeah.
That's math right there.
I know it's 27 seconds, Josh.
If you want to go fight one of the world champions in mixed martial arts, you don't want to get a guy who is 12-12 and retired to train you.
Phil Baroni says, I'm at the Future Legend Apparel Lab again, working on wrestling. Listening to Conor McGregor, we all know you don't want to box and get beat by Paulie. But did you know that Paulie wrestled in 6th and 7th grade and only lost 4 times in training?
Hey, that's the same time that McGregor boxed.
I'm training him now in
6th or 7th
MMA,
grade.
and that
Makes
means
sense.
that you're dead meat. You can run, but you can't hide.
This is a shit post. This is 100% a shit post.
Also, I just like to let
I
you
love
know
when you say that about Carwin. You're like, Carwin's on Reddit again, making shit posts.
He's a shit post king. That's why I think his retirement's a shit post. I think he has a contract with Coker right now, and he's fucking making a big deal about hanging the gloves up on Reddit.
I think he also
I see you, Carwin.
He forgot to mention also we have 2-for-1 strip ladies night over at our strip club that I own with Stefan Bonner. Come on down. We're also putting on a pro wrestling show.
Come on down.
Bacon wrapped hot dogs.
Right?
Try the veal. We'll be here all week.
So do you think Paulie is ever going to be in MMA?
No.
You think the whole thing's just as like, look, I found an MMA guy to take a picture with.
Yes.
Yes. Against McGregor? No. But does he have an MMA fight before he dies? Yes.
Paulie?
Yes.
No fucking way.
At least one.
No way.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I don't ever see that happening.
All right. He's tasted it now. He's tasted it. He's tasted it. Like he fought an MMA guy, and he's like, I think I could beat him.
No way.
I don't think he fought an MMA guy. Like,
He did.
I don't
He
know
fought
if that's a
McGregor.
fight.
He got pushed over.
He got knocked down.
That was 12 seconds. Where's the other fucking 36 minutes? That's what I want to
It's
see.
just as boring as the fucking Mayweather fight.
At least they had better footage than fucking Cody Garbrandt, where he was using a security potato up in the corner that was hanging out for a
Where's
year.
the North American Yeti against the Shadow Men?
Speaking of Conor McGregor, there are crazy,
Who the fuck is that
Who the
guy?
fuck is this
fucking
guy?
rumors running around here about Conor McGregor. This was posted, what is this, the Irish Times?
This is possibly-
Irish Star Daily.
This might be the craziest story that's ever come out of MMA since the London bar fight that happened with
Lee Murray.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, but even Lee Murray's own story where he fucking ended up being a bank robber and now he's in a Moroccan prison and got cell phones smuggled in so he could talk to Middle Easy. Come on.
I was really hoping he was going to come out of that too.
He almost made it.
He almost
made it.
We almost got him free, dude.
Hey, but guess what? They're still making a movie about it.
Why not? And he ain't going to see a dime from it.
Nope.
Spin that yarn, dude. Spin it.
So this comes out. It says top celeb punches mobster's dad.
That's not the way I heard it, but all right.
This is what we have here going on. There was also
Tales of lore.
this posted. Obviously, this is absolutely 100% authentic footage of Conor McGregor in a bar with somebody, and she says,
It certainly is.
"What a wanker." Always honored.
He is.
Always honored.
See, so far, true.
Always
True.
honored his loyalty until tonight. He came into his local and started on some poor innocent kid punching him. I hope it turns out that we got the wrong end of the stick, but I doubt it. And then there was this one, another post from Ireland. Someone's like, I lost all respect for McGregor. And he's like, well, why? He said, well, he was drinking at the Blackfridge in Crumlin, which is where he's from, and McGregor came in and boxed the head of some poor old chap out of his box.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean? How do you box the head out of the
he
box?
was all 6s and 7s.
No
So
7-Eleven?
allegedly, what is happening is that he apparently beat up somebody in a bar, in a local bar in his hometown. That somebody apparently is the dad of a famous Irish mob or Irish cartel member.
Well,
Right.
what I heard was
So-
that he'd punched 3 different people.
No, two is the story. 2 is the overlapping story. He'd beaten up a younger gentleman in his 20s. The 50-year-old gentleman comes over to break it up. And then the
Conor
50-year-old
gets beat, or hits him, yeah.
Yeah, and then the 50-year-old gentleman takes the brunt of all of it, I guess.
And the 50-year-old gentleman is apparently a dad of a cartel member.
Right.
Allegedly. All this whole thing.
Oh, I thought he was a hitman.
The Irish police... No.
No, he would have been
the
dead right then.
In
the parking
dad,
lot.
his son is a hitman for the Irish cartel.
Oh, I thought the old guy was the
No.
hitman. All right.
So... Now, rumors of Conor McGregor and the Irish mob or Irish cartel have been going around since
So it's
pretty
gonna
much
be a
the
fucking
start
Lifetime
of his
movie next week
career. He was
Starring Ronda
he's
Rousey.
from Crumlin, which is a poor area of Ireland. They do
Roadhouse.
have Roadhouse 3. They do have, obviously...
Maybe Roadhead 3. That's
cartel and mob, problems. There's stories that Connor is like he drove his BMW down the wrong way of a street and
he
everyone
doesn't even
freaked
own
out.
a BMW.
He does. We saw him speed away in it.
Okay. I don't know. I'm trying to debunk any of this.
He apparently turned around freaking out because he was down the wrong side of the street and all the mobsters went over to his car only to take pictures with him because they knew he's still a fucking star. So I don't know where any of this is true and where any of it is fake. Obviously, the Irish Police Department and the anti-gang units aren't saying anything. There's been no reports actually filed with the police or anywhere else. Not that the fucking mob would file reports anyway.
No.
There's rumors that there is a $6 million hit out on him that if he can pay it, they won't carry it through. But if not, he has to.
It's anywhere from 900,000 to 6 million.
Nobody. That's not how the real world works, man. You can go down to fucking like Detroit and get somebody killed for like $500. You know, it doesn't take $6 million to get somebody hit.
What was the bounty on Aces?
And smoking aces?
Yeah.
I think it was only like $10,000.
It was more than that. It was more than that.
It was $1 million.
Brought in heavy hitters, bro.
It was $1 million. Oh yeah.
So all of this takes place while Conor McGregor going through it. He posts first of all a picture of himself like this.
Oh fucking Alicia Keys got his ass.
Yeah.
A picture like this, and then says the celebrity. So he's basically trolling, being like, "I'm the celebrity that they're talking about," because they never once mentioned him by name. They just say an Irish celebrity or an Irish combat sports celebrity.
Yeah, they have two celebrities over there. So
It was Sean O'Malley, and he just got his contract and fights tonight.
no, it was fucking Bono. Bono lost
Oh,
his
you
shit.
two heard that? You two heard that. Okay.
And then
also?
there's also footage of him coming out of court. He was had to go to court because he's facing a third charge for speeding, where he's doing 98 in a 60-mile-an-hour
What are you,
zone
the fucking
in
Justin
Dublin.
Bieber of Ireland?
Yes.
Asshole.
He shows up to court. He shows up to court in an all Adidas tracksuit, pants Adidas across the front, glasses and shoes.
Boots with the fur.
I guess
Was that him showing his allegiance to the Russian mob?
Reebok's not happy.
Reebok, of course.
He gets to court. He says basically he shows up in this BMW.
See?
Has a BMW. It's true story.
So there's a lot of true stuff. He was in a bar with round-faced women, which is Ireland.
He gets fined $471.
So therefore it must be true.
Yeah.
He gets fined $471, which, by the way, the judge asked him how much he made in his last fight to make sure that he could pay for it. Like, you don't know that Conor McGregor has money, apparently. And from what I read, it was $166 million is what he got paid for the Floyd fight. So that includes the 30 guaranteed million plus, I'm assuming,
everything else,
pay-per-view and distribution rights.
Which is why Dana White's saying he's never going to fight again.
Yeah, Dana White said he's never fights and threatens to arrest him if he fails to appear in court or caught speeding once again. He is leaving the court in his Adidas tracksuit, and they're basically talking to him. He's just going on and on about the motor of his car, jumps in it, rolls down the window and says, "Come and get me," and speeds the fuck off. So allegedly, they said that the "come and get me" was a response to a member of the media saying, "What do you feel about the alleged hit out on your life or the threats on your life?" And he jumped in the car and said, "Come and get me," and speeds off. In my opinion, it seemed more like, "Fuck the traffic cop.
Yeah.
I'm going to speed away in my BMW."
No, that was him letting
Come and
everybody
get
know
me.
that he has the pot of gold. Come and get me.
No, he's talking to
I'm
Mueller.
going to the other side of the rainbow.
He's talking
Come
to
find me
Mueller.
if you can.
He's like, "Fuck that. I'm part of the Russian collusion. Come get me, Mueller."
That's why he's in the tracksuit.
Yeah.
And then why he was like this is he was basically giving tribute to another mob guy who he did the same thing, covered his face when he was getting out of court, and even wrote on there, "Respect to Martin." They hassled the bollocks out of him as well. Ha ha ha. Martin being a famous Irish gangster.
All right.
That he is friends or knew or something along the lines of. This whole thing is fucking weird.
No, it's
man.
totally weird. And when we're like,
What's true? What's not true?
when we're telling our kids the story of Conor McGregor, our grandkids, and showing them the movie,
Yeah. Well, there's already a movie.
like the movie of this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard about the movies. What did somebody compare it to? This is what happens if you were to give a 9-year-old kid a whole bunch of money and tell him to make a movie.
About himself.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of plastic dinosaurs and fucking Tonka trucks.
How much of it do you think is true?
How much? I don't even know. It's so
Any of it?
It's outrageous.
I would say about a cup and a half.
A cup and a half.
Conor McGregor's
Cup and a
dad
half.
said that 95% of it is bullshit and 5% is over exaggeration.
I don't believe I just don't believe that Conor McGregor would start a fight with somebody in a bar. That's something that seems out of character.
Stop it!
Really?
He fucking
Yeah.
slapped the shit out of a commissioner on live
I think
TV.
he would start
He attacked a ref on live TV.
I think he would start a fight
That
with
was
anybody.
that was for show though. I think that was for show. I really
so
do.
is him starting a fight in a bar.
No, that's not though. That doesn't.
Dude.
That's not the same reaction.
He's yayed out of his mind.
Going on. Okay, I won't argue with you there. That's entirely possible.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, but I don't. I think
I
him
didn't say,
jumping.
I said if you want to take whatever
I
yay
think
is.
I
but-
think he is. I mean, this is just cautionary tale of somebody who had no money, who gets money and doesn't know how to act.
Which we see
John
a
Jones.
lot.
all the time.
John Jones.
All the time. Mike
John
Tyson.
Jones.
Justin Bieber. Yeah. Asshole.
So none of it true. Some of it true.
I don't think
Over-exaggeration.
Over exaggeration.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a mob hit out on him. I don't.
Macaulay Culkin.
I don't think that he even got in a
And
fight.
he's
in a
doing
bar.
well.
He's actually doing fine.
Now.
He was with Mila Kunis.
No.
Mila Kunis? Mila
What?
Kunis, right?
She's with Ashton
He
Kutcher.
was with Mila Kunis, is what I said. Yeah.
Yes. he
Really?
For a long time.
Yes.
Yeah.
No shit.
For a
Wow.
long time. They were engaged.
I did not know that.
Yep. Then Ashton
Wait-
Kutcher came in. He's
go.
all.
Yeah.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. Culkin was already there. He set some traps and shit in it.
He home alone to that shit.
How come when I look back, I only see one set of tracks? Because I carried you through
I
it.
carried you through it. The first time Ashton Kutcher went to go jump back in there, he got hit by a mouse trap. He's like, "What the fuck, man? What else did he leave around here?"
Steaming hot iron came and
Steaming hot iron, yeah.
hit him in the face. Volkan Ozdemir. Ozdemir.
Where's that?
Ozzy.
Ozdemir.
Ozdemir. Volkan. Mr. Volkan here
I love your shirts.
will be getting his title shot against Daniel Cormier, despite the fact that he's out on bail for assaulting somebody right now.
Out on bail. What the hell?
He peppered him.
Vulcan screaming.
I don't understand because the UFC is pretty quick to usually kick people out for
Yeah.
this kind of shit. So
This was like recently, November 18th.
yeah,
No, they
he
need
was-
some stuff.
He was in
They
a-
need. They're like, no, come on, we'll figure some shit.
He
out.
was arrested November 18th. The fight happened apparently August. He was in a bar, allegedly struck and knocked out.
the fight happened in August.
The bar fight, yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know it was that far back.
Bar fight happened in August. Ozdemir allegedly struck and knocked out Kevin Cohen outside of a Florida bar called Capone's. Cohen claims that the run-in caused him to lose consciousness for roughly 14 minutes. He
So
was treated for concussion symptoms at a local hospital and was given multiple staples for lacerations. Ozdemir was arrested on second-degree felony charges of aggravated battery and serious bodily injury as a result of the incident. His attorney says that he was not the aggressor.
So this
Like
was
it
an
was
MMA
self-defense.
fighter who
I can
beat
see.
somebody at a gangster bar.
Yes.
Sure.
Didn't we just have this story?
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. It's like Groundhog Day in here. Don't
So-
drive angry.
Are you still okay with this, with Ozdemir getting a title shot even though he's out on bail?
I always preferred the UFC to try to find out the facts before they made any decisions with the fighters anyway.
That's what they're doing, yeah.
Yeah.
Who was the brother that just got out of prison and then murdered somebody legally in an MMA ring? No, what's his name?
Wait, what?
You know what I'm saying?
Fedor's brother?
Yeah.
Fedor's brother.
Yeah. Dude, he beat the snot out of the guy. He's like, I've been pent up
his
for
name,
quite a
Alexei?
while.
Alexi, right?
Yeah, Fedor.
Alexander?
Alexander.
Alexander. He has hepatitis.
He does. War happened over the weekend, right? Last weekend? Weekend
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, week before we left.
Week
yeah.
before you left. You went to the event.
Oh, yeah.
How was it?
It was actually
Anything to report?
4 really good fights. One fight was really one-sided. But yeah, the other 4 fights, I didn't realize they were 2-minute rounds. Goes
Oh,
really
really?
quick.
It's amateur, right?
wow.
Because it's amateur, goes
Yeah.
really quick.
All right.
But if they'd have had 2 more fights like the first 2 fights.
So I got to go pro to last more than 2 minutes? Is
I
that what's-
guess. Yeah, yeah.
I'm
You're
never,
definitely never going to go pro.
never going pro.
Yeah. Yeah, the title contention fight, the ones that they actually gave belts for, they were great fights. We don't have any of them listed.
Good crowd.
Do we?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it was a great crowd. But it was again, it was really sold by I would say by 2 fighters. Really by 1 fighter.
By one fighter? Yeah.
Yes.
They are having another event, correct?
Correct. And they're going to have better matchmaking and you're probably going to get to see 10 bouts. Hopefully.
Do we know when that event's going to happen?
They were shooting for February, but it sounds like it's been moved to May.
To May. Okay.
Because it was hard to. I guess they didn't realize that the Century Plaza
Century Plaza?
is scheduled out so far ahead. And it's hard to get I guess they want to do a Saturday again because I guess they could probably pick up a Friday. But the way that everything worked out, where we sat, it was pretty awesome. It was a good event.
Nice.
We did have Bellator Monster Energy Fight Series Homestead on the 19th of November.
We did.
We were not here last week due to Thanksgiving. This was not aired, but the bouts did happen.
Is this the one where they like gave them boxes to warm up on?
Yeah, so this is a weird story that I had heard, and I haven't seen anything since then, but there was a picture of one of the fighters. It was like, we're out here. They didn't give us any mats to warm up on. They laid down cardboard boxes on the grass behind the cage.
Wow.
Or in the backstage area to warm up on.
And again,
how is Bellator and Viacom treating people and fighters like this?
Well, again, that's a logistics
Pretty major
guy.
oversight,
That's a logistics guy. Because you being Scott Coker or even Viacom,
you think somebody's on it.
You think somebody's taking care of something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're the head guy in charge, you're not supposed to be worried about fucking cardboard boxes and training mats.
Yeah, well, what the thing that I can compare it to is I went to a clamper meeting where they forgot the water truck, and they had to all clean up with a garden hose.
That's
so
nuts.
Anybody who's a clamper, the water truck's a pretty big deal.
I'm pretty sure that was disgusting.
We also have coming up. What is this today?
Today, yeah.
Today.
There's Bellator and UFC today.
Yeah, Bellator 189. This is Juliana Budd is going to be going up against Arlene Blencow in a rematch for the women's featherweight title.
All right.
This will be on Spike TV, I'm assuming, which is getting renamed the Paramount Network, correct?
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
That's news to me. I don't have TV.
So, do you want to look at the main card there?
Not really.
Because his son spent all his money.
David Rickles going up against Adam Piccolotti. Piccolotti?
Yeah.
All right.
Hisaki Kato up against Chidi Nokwani. Rafael Lovato takes on Chris Honeycutt. And as we said, Julia Budd goes up against Arlene Blencow.
For her featherweight belt.
Yeah, that's on right now.
It's not on right now.
It's on right now.
Depending if you're listening later, it might be.
Yeah.
What else did we have?
And also tonight we have the UFC.
Wait, we had...
No, the UFC's tomorrow.
We had two.
Oh, no.
First of all, we had two
sorry.
UFCs. And I don't know what happened to one of them, but it just disappeared.
Oh.
Spoke out of turn.
Sit in the corner, Dennis.
I said stuff.
The one we have not talked about was the one that was going down in Australia, because that was, again, before Thanksgiving.
Day, mate.
So, in your main event, Fabricio Verdum defeated Marcin Tiberi. How many people thought, first of all, watching this whole card...
Fuck that. This is like the longest fucking card in UFC history.
Right?
No, tied for like the longest card in UFC history.
It took fucking forever.
I was like, is
and then
this
I like how
thing
tons of
ever
people are like,
gonna
that's all right.
be
Fabricio
over?"
Verdum's going to fucking wrap this up. He's going to sleep tight. Why is it going 5 rounds? He's still fighting?
What happened?
What is going
I
on?
went to bed, I woke up, and it was still on.
So, even though he won, what does that say about Fabricio that he can't just...
That he couldn't finish Marcin Tiberi? It
Yeah.
doesn't say anything good.
Doesn't say much. Beck Rawlings also, man, her fight against
doesn't
Jesse
say I
Rose
love
Clark. Split decision did not look
No.
very good, in my opinion.
No.
Just has not looked
I
good.
didn't even think it was a split
since the
decision, to be
show.
honest with you.
No, I didn't think so either. Man. Yeah, everyone on the main card went to decision.
Fucking insane.
Yeah, it was a long night.
Jesus.
It was a long night.
You know, everybody in the UFC that works there, too, was like, seriously? Fucking somebody just throw a fight, please.
No,
Like, I'm
people got arrested for that.
Paying the babysitter overtime now. Fuck.
And then you had your card in Shanghai, which Michael Bisping decided to take on short notice. It did not work out well for
It was a
him.
really, really bad idea in hindsight. So you had Alex Garcia, who
Whoever signed that medical clearance should feel real bad.
really bad. Alex Garcia defeated Muslim Salikhov with a rear naked choke, and then you had Wang Guan beats up on Alex Caceres, gets a split decision. Caceres spent a lot of time on his ass on the mat in that fight.
Yep.
Li Zhenglang.
Were they screaming stuff at Caceres?
Probably.
It was. Usually those crowds aren't like that, but
Well, no, that's Japan. China, who knows?
oh, okay.
So then Zheng Ling beats Zach Otto with a TKO in the first round. And Kevin Gastelum gets a one-punch KO over Michael Bisping as well in the first round at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. He went from champ to chump in 2 fights.
No, I think you went chump, champ, chump.
Whatever. In my book, chump, 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 chump. Like a junk drunk Pac-Man.
Michael Bisping says he still wants to fight in March in London for his retirement fight.
He doesn't know when March is right now.
We have the Ultimate
He
Fighter.
march his ass right out of the ring. That's what he wants.
Ultimate Fighter 26 finale is going to be going on tonight.
And if you listen to us when we predicted in the beginning of this, we picked a winning horse.
We did. However, Montano was
not-
spiced to fight Eubanks.
It's because the horse trailer opened up and the fucking horse fell out, and then the other horse jumped up in that motherfucker. That's the only reason.
Still happened. Didn't matter.
Yeah, so Sajara Eubanks did not make weight. Even though she struggled to make weight the entire show, her coach, Eddie Alvarez, was like, I didn't think she wouldn't make weight. I thought she would totally make weight. She was
Whatever.
struggling with her weight the entire fucking show.
Godfrey sent her a fucking cheesecake or some shit.
Smart move.
Come to find out, she's finally broken her silence now. She put up this Twitter picture. She says, first of all, I am a champion, point blank. I will be UFC champion if you can make weight. But it's God's will
Fighting 135.
that I won't be fighting today on Friday night.
It's not God's will. You ate too much.
I am a gangster, and I've cut more weight than most male fighters. And
What
unfortunately,
if she just had heavy underwear?
there were some miscalculations
Like
in this
Hendrix?
cut.
Like Hendrix.
No excuses. I worked my ass off and went out on my shield. By what? Eating fucking cake? That's not going out on your shield.
Fucking Marie Antoinette that shit.
All these guys up here way over 200 pounds talking shit about a
Yep.
fucking
125 pound, well, 120 to 130 pound girl. We don't know. She said she was hospitalized early this morning for kidney failure, and best believe I'm gonna be right back training and right back after the bell.
Then you shouldn't be fighting at 125, right?
This game is
Exactly.
full of ups
if I
and
tried
downs.
to fight at 125, I too would have kidney failure.
True champs
You would
know.
die.
Oh, thanks a lot, Joey.
Know it and bounce back. Nico and Roxanne, I'm sure, will have a great fight. Best wishes. True class. Those.
Dennis was 125 in 4th grade.
No, true class to those two. Nothing changes. I'm still the queen,
That's
and I'll
probably
claim my
true.
throne. And thanks
That's
to my
probably
coaches,
really
I am
true.
truly blessed.
And only 2.5 feet tall.
She should go to 135. Like 125 is not the class for her.
Yeah, 135. Go to it. Stop
Now
it.
they need to open up a 130.
Or 130.
So Roxanne Modafferi will be fighting Nico Montano. This is someone with a 3-2 record going up against someone who's a 21-13 record.
Yeah, but Roxanne Modafferi's not that good.
Hey, did you see? Did you see when Dana had he told all the children to gather around? They had asked him about the 125 class and the people that would be moving, and he told them, in all honesty, I thought we'd have a lot more people moving
That wanted to move, yeah.
that wanted to move. He goes, we don't have the people coming to 125 like I thought at this point.
Yeah, I mean they have Beck, they have Paige Van Zant, right? They
Evil
have
Jessica I
Jessica I.
trying to get in it, even though
I thought PVZ was fighting at 115, like she wanted to.
no,
No.
Paige Van Zant was supposed to fight Evil Eye, signed a
for
contract,
125.
called Dana and was like, I don't think this is the fight for me.
Yeah.
And now she's rescheduled to fight somebody else at 125.
It's like
So
when you
this-
take back
this-
a marriage proposal.
This whole thing will be going down. Excuse me. There's one fight on Fight Pass, but this whole thing, the rest of it will be on Fox Sports 1. You want to go over at least the main events, the main card here?
This is
It's going on tonight. Yeah.
Tonight with Joe Soto taking on Brett Johns, Deanna Bennett going up against Melinda Fabian, Lauren Murphy going up against Barb Honshock, who we lost Barb in Stranger Things season 1. Still disappointed about that. Did I miss Eric Spicely and Gerald Mearshirt? I did that once in my pants. Sean O'Malley. it's a mere shirt. That's all it was.
Mirror shirt.
Did you shit your pants? No, I merely shirted.
Called Rosebud.
It's rosebudded. Sean O'Malley up against Tyrion Ware, and then of course Nico Montano taking on Roxanne Modafferi.
I got Modafferi.
No way.
Oh yeah, and Rich's girlfriend, Rachel Ostrovich-Burden, going up against Kyrene Gregorian on the
At 130.
130 because Kyrene did not make weight.
Ostrich bird?
Ostrichberg.
Ostrich-Burden.
Yeah, I think that Nico's going to shut that UFC door right in the face of Roxanne Modafferi once again.
You think so?
Yeah. She's the one person who cannot get into the party at the UFC, dude. And then you have UFC 218 going down tomorrow night. This is a pretty stacked pay-per-view card.
Yeah, man.
Definitely worth checking out. We can start here at the
Fight Pass prelims.
with the women's strawweight match. Amanda Cooper going up against Angela Magana.
Just got to make money for Puerto
Yeah,
Rico, right?
this fight alone is going to draw a big crowd because everybody wants to see Angela get her ass beat.
Well, it's on Fight Pass. It's not on Fox Sports 1.
I'm telling you, people are going to buy Fight Pass
just to watch
Angela get her ass beat.
Justin Willis taking on Alan Crowder. Jeremy Kimball going up against Dominic Reyes. And Abdul Razak
Talk about Willis.
Al-Hassan going up against Sabah Hamasi. That's all on Fight Pass. That's actually a lot of fights on Fight Pass.
yeah.
Yeah.
Felice Herrig taking on Courtney Casey to kick off your Fox Sports 1 card.
She says if she wins this fight, she deserves a title shot, but she refuses to beg the UFC for one.
She also said she didn't like people taking sexual poses and stuff. That
it shouldn't have to be about that.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to do it.
But look at me in the shower.
Yeah.
Courtney Casey said she's going to pee in her Cheerios that she was eating in one of those photos. So you got that for her.
David Tamer going up against Drakkar Klose. And Alex Oliveira going up against Yassi Medeiros. Charles Oliveira going up against Paul Felder. Are they related?
No.
No relation.
None.
No relation.
Then your
But
main
virtually
card,
identical.
but virtually identical. Their last names are virtually
Brought to you by
identical.
Bud Light.
Main card, which is UFC 218. This is the pay-per-view. Tisha Torres kicks it off up against Michelle Karate Hottie Watterson.
By the way, if you look at our board, the picks are pretty much fucking solid, except for we got Killer Kelly taking Michelle Watterson in this fight.
Right.
The rest of us taking Torres, and then we'll jump up to the next fight, which is
Eddie Alvarez taking on Justin Gaethje.
That's me.
and Dennis is the only guy taking Eddie Alvarez. This is
And
definitely
everybody knows what happened last time I was the only guy that picked somebody.
This true.
You know what I say? Do I have to say it?
That's awesome.
This is definitely for the UFC's Most Violent Man award, I think.
You think so?
Justin Gaethje and Eddie Alvarez, these guys want to fucking murder everybody.
I'm worried about. I mean, Justin takes a lot of punishment, as we've seen.
So does Eddie
So does Eddie
Alvarez.
Alvarez.
Yeah, but Gaethje fights with his whole face sticking out.
I think we're going to see Eddie Alvarez.
Michael
go
Johnson knocked him out on his feet twice.
And still lost that fucking
I
fight.
know.
Moving on from there,
I got
Henry,
That
Gaethje.
was a good fucking fight. though.
Yeah, it
It
was.
was awesome. But
Henry Cejudo taking on Sergio Pettis.
Yeah. Henry Cejudo also recently said this week that if TJ wants to drop down to flyweight, he can fight me first before getting a chance at Demetrius Johnson. And he says, I know what it's like to cut 10 pounds. I don't think it's going to be well for TJ if he tries to cut 10 pounds coming to flyweight.
Can we just never see him as a coach in the Ultimate Fighter again? That's all I care about. Really. You can fight all you want. Just don't ever coach again. Alistair Overeem taking on Francis Ngannou. This is going to be a clash of some titans.
Yeah, man.
This is also going to be a violent fight.
maybe.
I think
Maybe.
Overeem's going to disappoint fucking everybody and try to wrestle him and keep him on the ground and just go for takedowns. I would love to see the kicks and the knees that Overeem brings. I've always been an Overeem fan.
Yeah.
I just think Ngannou's
If he smarts fight like if he fights smart like he's been trained to do at the Jackson camp, then sure. But I still think it's going to be a violent fight.
I hope so.
I hope so, too.
And your main event, your champion Max Holloway in a rematch up against Jose Aldo. Holloway.
You got Holloway all the way?
Yeah.
Max
Well,
Holloway.
I
all the way.
don't see how it can be different.
And by the way, he did say that Jose Aldo's never had a rematch. That is false. He fought Frankie Edgar twice,
Okay.
and he fought Chad Mendes twice.
But he's never lost.
He's
a rematch.
never lost a rematch, which is something we brought up to him, and he goes, "Yeah, well,
He's never had a
Never
rematch
fought a
with me.
rematch.
never had a rematch with me."
It's hard when he's talking to you guys and he's got to think on the fly.
He doesn't remember his own stats.
Yeah. He's like Dory. He can't remember nothing.
I like that. Do you think that we've seen the end of Jose Aldo? Like this is pretty much the slowdown of his career?
I don't think so. Just because he's a Brazilian hero and he's still a draw in Brazil. So
Yeah, I say even if
so is
even if
Anderson.
if he loses, I say we see him at least 2 more times.
Okay, but do you think he's ever going to be the champion again?
no,
was my question. I
Sorry,
guess.
not champion again. No, he's going to be the people's champ down in Brazil.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think he's going
He
to.
might win this weekend. I mean,
If he doesn't,
I didn't pick him, but I
If
mean,
he decides
it's
to
a
use leg kicks like
possibility.
he didn't do the first fight,
if he loses this
because
weekend,
the first
he's
fight
not,
he never used a single leg kick.
he's not
and
getting
I don't know
back.
why he didn't do that. But obviously, even Max Holloway in an interview I saw with him, he was saying, yeah, he's like, we thought he was going to do leg kicks. He didn't, so I took advantage of it. But
Right.
it's not like I don't prepare for it.
Is that what that one thing that everybody's not supposed to know about is going to look like?
Not quite, but possibly.
Cool.
I don't know why she swallowed a fly.
I guess she'll die.
But
But I do know why she swallowed the horse.
of course. All right, so that's pretty much it this weekend. Lots of fights going down. Obviously, Bellator and UFC going down on your Friday night, and then tomorrow night you have the big pay-per-view, UFC 218 with Holloway
You guys
fighting
missed
Jose
us.
Aldo.
You guys totally missed us.
You all missed. My Friday sucked last week. It was not fun.
I didn't miss you, but I'm saying they missed us.
I didn't miss you guys per se. I just missed all the dick jokes that we have going on here.
I did.
So big thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Tell your friends. Obviously, you can find us at SD_MMA on Twitter and Instagram. Split Decision MMA Podcast on Facebook. SplitDecisionMMA.com as well. Follow us on iHeartRadio. Big thanks to our sponsors, MyMMAnews.com. They do this 24/7. We do this once a week, so make sure that you hit them up. And Dependable Solutions. Innovate your business. If you're looking to take credit cards or if you want a better deal on credit cards that you're taking for your business, Dependable Solutions, definitely the people you need to talk to. That wraps it up. Bueller, Dodge, and Dennis from the SinCal studio saying have a good night. We'll see you at the fights. Go buy a shirt.